start this drive going to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The run inside. It's Lacey. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Running inside, it's Williams. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
There's a little room there. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Throwing. Carr. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Notre Dame right back to the line. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Caught behind the line. It's Cook. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The run inside. It's Lacey. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. It's Barrett. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Running inside, it's Walton. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Carr. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Rebels! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barres. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The run inside. It's Williams. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Carr from the gun on third down. Intercepted, and he's got a huge lane in front of him. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Find some fresh air. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Rebels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Here comes the heat. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point is good. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Williams. Hard running there. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They give it to him again. There's some room. Past the 30, the 20. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point splits the uprights. and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lindsey. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry-up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Just feeds to running back. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Lindsey. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Lindsey. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing, Carr. He'll pull it down and run. Got a first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass, it's Carr. That's caught, it's Porter. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The run inside. It's Lacey. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. They'll run play action. On the run, fires downfield. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
This is a great play by the defensive back. And I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field. Your back's to the play. You've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Right on target this time. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewitt.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Complete to the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Running inside, it's Walton. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Carr unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Tight end finds a soft spot, putting together a real scoring first down at the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing. Carr. He's got him this time. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Smashes it between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Cunningham. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls fires it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all the...
Oh, he's got some space. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Right back to the well. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lindsey.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Haas. Made a defender miss. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for space. It's Lindsey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying play action. Firing to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Walton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
With the catch, it's Gilbert. At midfield, he's got room. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Gets the back moving. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Under fire. He's not afraid to go deep. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. And that interception might well be the breaks into the open. Fights off a defender. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Frazier again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of pain.
Third down play from the gun. Firing to the right, complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, if you're going to complete these stagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Lacey. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Now on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll pull it down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but you've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Caught in the backfield. It's Alexander. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. We've reached this 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. And the worst thing you can do on fourth down is take a sack.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it down the field.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
C.J. Carr firing again. Throws to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get 1 first down. And Palmer, they can run it, they can play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. And they go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. EA Sports college football coverage all over this top 10 showdown, a game that has been highly anticipated. It's the Notre Dame Fighting